We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, and I'm at my mom's house right now. We got my lovely brother here, who we're going to do a little interviewing. A lot of people loved it when my family and friends were on, so this is the perfect opportunity. How's it going, Brian?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. So, you're looking good.
I am?
Yeah, you have a zit. Other than that, you're looking good. You're still getting the toxins out, I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been traveling, and I'm like a lot not sleeping much, so I'm glad I look good. Got a little zit right there, but what can you do?
So look at your shoes. Those are interesting.
Vibram 5 Fingers.
Vibram 5 Fingers. I wish they were my size so I could try them on. They look like they'd be good for, swimming? No, they don't have webs in between the toes, do they?
No.
So what should we talk about?
Let's talk about raw food.
Okay, raw food.
Right on.
I don't eat much raw food.
None?
I wish I could eat raw food. I've told you this before. I wish that I could enjoy raw food, but for some reason it's like the least appealing thing to me. Like, I don't like it.
Like what bits? Like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds? Do you like fruit?
Bananas are okay. I just don't really eat them, though.
Right.
I look pretty good for not being on a raw food diet. I'm almost 40. In January, I'll be 40. Yeah, that's right. You heard that, raw food world?
Okay, so you know it's not about the raw foods. I mean, you could eat 0 raw foods and still be healthy.
Yeah, and I will say this. I have tried to cut down on refined sugars and processed starches. It's really hard, though. I should do it more. Sometimes it's not my main focus, and I don't always think about things. I'm in the comedy game, and I'm always thinking about shows and stuff, and I'm not thinking, what should I eat today? What shouldn't I eat today? And it's really hard not to eat sushi and chocolate chip cookies and Ben & Jerry's half-baked. You've never had the opportunity to have Ben & Jerry's half-baked. You were a raw foodist before it came out. You will never try it, and you will never know what heavenly bliss it is to eat an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's half-baked before the movie credits are done rolling at the beginning of the film.
What about the ice cream that you liked that was raw?
It was good, but there was no gooey chunks of cookie dough, and there was no brownies in it.
Someone could do that, though.
All right, let's put the challenge out there. Who could make a raw, half-baked? Bring it to us. I'll try it, and I'll give you my honest opinion.
Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It's chocolate and vanilla ice cream swirled together. I don't even care if you use vanilla. And then there's chunks of cookie dough, and there's chunks of brownie. And, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's hit or miss on those things, too. Sometimes there's not a lot of, little buried treasures in my half-baked, and I get quite annoyed. Sometimes it's been frozen too many times, and thawed and frozen, and they're crunchy and not chewy. I get mad. So, I'm not saying Ben & Jerry's is perfect.
I think I would throw up just, like, thinking about eating something like that.
Yeah. You're a very healthy guy.
So, I mean, you read about the calorie restriction diet, and you think that is legitimate, and...
The color restriction diet?
Calorie.
Oh, yeah, well... There was this thing I read on the internet. It was called low caloric intake diet or something like that. Is that what it's called? And there was these people, and they lived in high elevations as well. I think these people that were doing this, and they ate hardly any calories per day, Mom.
Wow.
And it was like a couple hundred, I think, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Even for you.
I could probably handle that.
Yeah, but they were all living to be over 100 years old, like
right.
110, 115 even, and it was that kind of made me realize that it's not what you're eating as much as what you're not eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say, like, down the line, God forbid, something happened. Like, you came down with some sort of situation, like a disease or something.
Knock on some wood, Mom.
No, I just don't want to hear I told you so from anybody, because I know he's trying. He does the best he can.
Actually, I don't really try.
Hopefully, he'll try a little harder so things like that don't happen. But There's no guarantees. Can I sit here or no?
I don't care. It's up to Brian.
You may sit here in your house. There is no guarantees being a raw foodist either. You become more sensitive to certain things, you've told me.
That's true.
So, which is scary, isn't it?
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, it is.
What happens if you got strep throat?
I don't get strep. That's not the scary bits.
That's not the scary bits?
That's not the scary stuff. I'm talking like the.
Oh.
Okay, the scary stuff is like I'm not gonna get strep throat because I cleanse it all out. It's not gonna happen. I don't get any types of sickness like that.
So raw foodists don't get strep throat.
If they know what they're doing.
Okay.
If they stay clean and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But what can happen is if I were to somehow eat a hamburger, then that's scary. Or if I were to take morphine from a car accident, that's scary. That type of thing.
Yeah. What if you need that?
Well, you don't need it. I just have to deal with the pain.
Deal with the pain while they're doing surgery on you.
Yeah.
And what about there's nothing that you can get that you would need antibiotics either, is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, antibiotics would just be a disaster for me.
And I know you suffer sometimes when you're in places that are polluted, like LA, and
yeah,
it just makes you so sensitive.
Right. That's why I live in Ecuador, which is making me more sensitive.
Yeah. You're gonna come back to LA one day and you're just gonna be like,
right.
Scary.
Well, you don't. I'm not. I know you're never gonna be 100% raw, but I'm always telling you could do a whole foods diet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
like
so
my mom.
hard.
Our mom.
And I know it's socially challenging, right? Or what's the hard part? Is it social, or is it?
Not for Whole Foods. It's not social.
No, I wouldn't. I don't. You're not talking about peer pressure, are you?
Yeah. Like family, like I could just see everyone at the dinner table. Like, oh, you're doing this, Brian, or like your friends would be like,
Trust me, it's the taste of things.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a salad once in a while at the Wood Ranch Barbecue, and it's it's got chicken and ranch dressing and corn, and
Corn's okay.
Yeah. I just wouldn't enjoy it without those things on it.
What if?
But can I say something?
Yes.
Brian, I just want to say, once you start doing it, it becomes so automatic that after a while, the thought of all that heavy stuff just disappears.
There's also a balance, though, when it comes to this. Like
My mom?
No, I mean...
Our mom?
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself, why? There are plenty of people that don't do raw foods that live to be 100. George Burns was smoking cigars in his 90s. And, and you talk about, like, the benefits, and I know that there's a much better chance that you'll live longer, don't get me wrong, and there's this spirituality thing I still don't grasp on.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't understand that. Like, I stopped eating cake and sushi and chocolate chip cookies, and now I have some sort of superpower. I just don't understand that one bit. Like, it's just not it doesn't biologically make sense. Like, if you were to ask a scientist, like, well, if I stopped eating all this bad stuff and just ate some good stuff, I'll start to feel spiritual and, like, understand God's ways and stuff.
No, okay, spiritual is not the... Let's just stop the word spiritual there. We'll call it... Okay, so everything on this planet is scientifically proven is made out of energy. You know that, right? This is like energy right here. It's made of molecules going back and forth, bouncing, and depending on this. So what's happening is I feel vibration more. So that's what I call spirituality. Like it's physical. It's something I feel. Like I could actually see energy. Have you ever been like staring at the sky and you see those little things swimming around your eyes? Like you're probably in some sort of involuntary meditation. You probably see energy to some extent.
So cookie dough and steak prevent people from seeing energy.
No, not necessarily that, but you just become. It's just more obvious. Like everything's like it's vibratory now.
Do I look like? Remember those Predator movies? Is that what you see when you look at me right now? Like
No.
I'm all red and green, moving around like this.
No, right now.
Add that effect later before you edit this.
Okay, it's all about when I meditate and put myself and make myself do it. I could definitely see that.
How many minutes are we at?
We're at 10, but YouTube's at 15 now.
YouTube's at 15 now?
You can do 15 minutes.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's good because I'm doing a comedy show tonight and I'm getting 12 to 15 minutes at the Improv, so I'm going to be able to put this on YouTube now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your comedy. Like, you're a comic.
Yeah, I
Comedian.
do stand-up comedy around town. I produce a bunch of shows, and as a matter of fact, if anybody on this website is in Southern California, you should definitely add this website. Subscribe to this website, free-comedy-shows.com. You can get on a free VIP guest list to some of the most awesome shows all around town. And there's no catch except for like there's a 2-drink minimum, but you get in for free. You can save $20 admission price and all that good stuff.
Is there anyone famous or anything like that?
I did Tom Green last week at the Improv. He's famous from MTV. Who else have we done? Charles Fleischer he's the voice of Roger Rabbit. This week we have the Sklar Brothers and John Lovitz this Wednesday, actually 2 days from now. He's going to be at the John Lovitz Comedy Club, 8 p.m. Get you in for free on that. And those are $20 tickets.
So what do they do? They go to your website?
Tomorrow is Wednesday, actually. What was that?
They go to this website, they subscribe, and
all they do is enter their email address and then confirm when you get your confirmation email. Just
wow.
click the
And
activation.
that's your website?
It's my website.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing there that these folks would want to drink, they would just be charged for 2 glasses.
You can get waters, yeah. Like at John Lovitz Comedy Club, things start at $4. You can get out of there for $8 total. So
cool.
You have to buy 2 items. Yeah, get a bottle of water. So yeah, the website's right down here, right, Matt?
Yep.
free-comedy-shows.com. It's real easy. Just sign up and put your email address in.
When you go, make sure you put audio clarity in your water, and then also if you want to see what my brother's up to, I mean, I guess you're sending newsletters out or these opportunities.
Yeah.
Just go put your email address in. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and I know that not everybody is into stand-up comedy, but if you are, we have some great shows, and if something comes up that you don't like, ignore it. If something comes up that you do like, come on down. It'll be fun.
I've actually gone to a couple of these, and they're a lot of fun. It is.
Yeah, Matt came with me with his friend Jason to the Pasadena Ice House. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
His mother can handle it also.
Yeah. She can handle it. You guys are fine.
I just want to say I have 2 extremes here. I don't believe that everything you eat is as bad as you say.
Oh no, when I go to fast food places, I don't get the fries. I get an extra hamburger. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Come on, boy.
I've taken him to fast food places. I think after the comedy show we went to McDonald's, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do eat fast food. I have a lazy problem sometimes when it comes to food. I'm not the person that's going to be peeling not bananas, but like...
Cucumber, thank
you very much. I don't know. It's just, my mom raised me wrong. I never really cared about all this stuff. My dad took me to McDonald's, my mom took me to Carl's Jr. and Chuck E. Cheese. They ruined me. I don't know what happened to Matthew.
You weren't breastfed either.
I've been blamed for that 3 times round, except Andrew does not blame me.
And she gave my dog Punim away when I was 7.
You wouldn't clean after Punim, and I had a house.
I might have been 5, actually. Yeah, 5-years-olds should be cleaning poop after dogs.
But when I was younger, I didn't eat meat, and I was only eating peanut butter and jelly.
What about tuna and chicken?
That was later.
Oh, well, remember our pizza burping contest we used to have? Me and Matthew, did we ever talk about this?
Maybe.
Matthew and I used to order a large. My mom would give us, we'd have to use a coupon, of course, because my mom was ordering for us. And we couldn't order till we got a coupon. Then we would get a large pizza with a 2-liter of Coke, and my brother and I would finish the entire thing, and then we'd have a burping contest. We had some amazing burps.
It was a lot of fun and good. It tasted amazing.
Maybe you want to come back to the other side,
you
Matt?
know what this proves?
Have another burping contest with your brother?
He can probably handle that now, too. Do you know what this proves?
What?
It's never too late, guys.
Yeah, so what do you think, Brian? Do you think ever in the future, like...
I think I would like to dive into less processed starches and refined sugars. That's probably would be the first step. It's really hard to start.
That's what I said in my book and on my video.
Yeah.
So I will send you a copy of the book because I'm sure you didn't download it.
I love how my mom always throws in the little heartwarming thing. It's never too late. I was watching Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield with my mother and my friend Steve one time when we were young. And Rodney Dangerfield is like this guy, and he finally goes back to school. And my mom's it's a comedy, a total, you've seen the movie. There's my mom on the couch. Good for you, Rodney.
All right, thanks for coming on.
This is a great site you're running. Good for you, Matthew. Good for you.
Thanks for letting me intrude.
Yeah, and check out free-comedy-shows.com. I appreciate it. Just, register your email address if you're in Southern California.
Cool. And who do we got here?
Brian Monarch.
And?
Joan Monarch, letter handler, mom to both of them.
And Matt Monarch, going to free-comedy-shows.com.
That's right.
Putting my email address in. I'm not even on it. I want to see what's going on. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Woo!
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.